Beneath the quiet soil of central France, an empire has been waiting. For centuries, people have lived, walked, and plowed above it, never knowing that just meters below lay the ruins of a world lost to time. And then, in 2025, a team of archaeologists near the town of Auxerre made a discovery that rewrites what we thought we knew about ancient Gaul. A 4,000 square meter Roman villa, the size of nearly 16 tennis courts. It's one of the largest ever uncovered in the region, a hidden complex of wealth, architecture, and ancient ambition. This isn't just an old house, it's a window into the Roman world at its northern edge. And what it reveals? Power, prestige, and a surprisingly advanced life built 2,000 years ago. Let's take a journey through time to the villa forgotten by history. Discovery of the villa. It all began with something modern: construction. As is often the case in archaeology, the past rises when the present tries to build over it. In early 2025, before a development project could begin near Auxerre, about 170 kilometers southeast of Paris, France's National Institute for Preventive Archaeological Research, INRAP, launched a routine excavation. What they found wasn't routine at all. At first, it looked like a few scattered walls. Then, as the dig expanded, the true scale became clear. A sprawling villa, buried for centuries, remarkably intact beneath farmland. Chipped frescoes, finely laid mosaics, stone baths, column bases, underground storage, and evidence of sophisticated architecture all pointed to one conclusion. This was not just a house. It was an estate, likely owned by a powerful Roman elite during the height of Imperial Gaul. And the size? Nearly unprecedented in this part of the empire. What is a Roman villa? To understand what was unearthed, we need to understand what Roman villas were. In the Roman Empire, a villa wasn't just a country home. It was often the hub of a vast agricultural operation. Villas were symbols of wealth, power, and Romanization. There were typically two main sections: Villa Urbana, the living quarters for the owners, often luxurious, with tiled floors, heated baths, atriums, and intricate wall paintings. Villa Rustica, the working areas, storage facilities, barns, slave quarters, and production sites for wine, oil, or grain. The villa near Auxerre fits this model, and then some. It has features suggesting both a high-status residence and a functioning rural estate. Think of it like a Roman mansion meets farm headquarters. And the presence of decorated living spaces suggests the owners were part of the Romanized upper class of Gaul, likely Gallo-Roman elites who embraced Roman culture while maintaining regional power. Life in Roman Gaul. So who were these people, really? Around the 1st to 4th centuries CE, what we now call France was known to the Romans as Gaul. Initially conquered by Julius Caesar in the 50s BCE, Gaul became a rich and heavily Romanized part of the empire. Cities flourished, roads were built, temples and amphitheaters appeared across the landscape. But outside the cities, villas like this one became the backbone of rural Roman life. The elite families who ran them likely had strong connections to the Roman administration. They spoke Latin, followed Roman customs, and decorated their homes in the latest Italian styles, even if their roots were Celtic. In these villas, life was surprisingly sophisticated. Heated floors, called hypocausts, circulated warm air beneath tiled surfaces. Frescoes adorned the walls. Imported goods from the Mediterranean arrived via trade routes. Slaves and workers managed vineyards, fields, and livestock. This wasn't just survival. It was luxury. Engineered luxury. What the dig revealed. So, what exactly did archaeologists find? First, the core of the Villa Urbana, a residential area with evidence of decorated walls, columns, and an intricate floor mosaic that likely belonged to the triclinium or dining room. Traces of heated baths were uncovered, including a well-preserved hypocaust system, a marvel of Roman engineering. Nearby, archaeologists found a courtyard, possibly a peristyle garden, with water channels suggesting fountains or irrigation. Beyond that, in the Villa Rustica, were storage rooms lined with stone foundations. These likely held amphorae, ceramic vessels used for wine and oil. A separate structure with soot-blackened walls and burnt remnants hints at a kitchen or production area. Animal bones, pottery shards, iron tools, and even coins were scattered throughout the site, offering clues about daily life, economy, and status. Some coins bore the faces of emperors, helping to date the villa's occupation across multiple centuries. And perhaps most intriguingly, a few human remains, likely from a later burial, were discovered tucked into collapsed sections of the site, suggesting the villa was repurposed or squatted in long after Rome's collapse. This wasn't just a static place. It evolved, decayed, and became part of the landscape. Why it matters. So why does this matter? Because sites like this connect the dots between textbook history and human experience. They show us that Roman Gaul wasn't just a province. It was a living, breathing fusion of cultures. Roman technology, Celtic traditions, Mediterranean tastes, northern resilience. This villa proves that wealth and Roman influence stretched deep into the countryside. What comes next? So what's next for the villa? The excavation is still ongoing, and researchers believe only a fraction of the full complex has been uncovered. Ground-penetrating radar has revealed additional foundations beneath unexcavated land. There may be more rooms, more workshops, even a private temple or mausoleum. Once fully documented, the site may be preserved, reconstructed, or turned into an open-air museum, depending on funding and local interest. And the artifacts? They'll undergo careful cleaning, dating, and cataloging before being sent to regional museums for public display. This is where the story leaves the dirt and enters the record, where ancient whispers become visible to the modern world. And maybe, one day, visitors will walk those same paths. Beneath the French sun, on stone floors once warmed by Roman fire. So the next time you walk through a field or drive past a construction site, remember, just below the surface, history sleeps. Empires fall. Walls crumble. But time preserves what we forget. And sometimes, like near Auxerre in 2025, time gives it back. A 4,000 square meter Roman villa, built by ambition, buried by centuries, found by chance. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the ancient past, subscribe to Whispers of Fiction. We uncover the forgotten, the mysterious, and the extraordinary. One story at a time. Tell us in the comments, if you could visit one ancient site tomorrow, where would you go? Until then, stay curious and keep digging.